Hey, hanging out here in Brooklyn. You know, it's Thursday. Oh God, it's Thursday. And I just wanted to talk for a little bit about the rhythm of band life and not suffering from burnout. Because I see this in a lot of my friends' bands, especially when they're starting to break. The rhythm of band life is hard, especially once you start to get tour offers constantly, right? Because then you're on the road all the time. But then, that takes time away from writing. But if you disappear off the road for 6 months, you're basically done, right? Like, it's cool that you want to do a regional run every year, but that's not actually gonna help you go anywhere. You know what I mean? And that's valuable and that's important, but again, realize that's only gonna get you so far. And so, then on top of all this work, the question becomes, how do you do it such that your band doesn't break up because you're all losing your jobs and you're all grinding it out constantly, right? And that's just it. You have to love the grind. If you don't love the grind, you're gonna have a hard time. If you don't love constantly messaging people and constantly just getting in the van with a month's notice, then you're gonna have a hard time, right? Like, bands don't realize you can't say no to a tour when someone bigger offers it to you. Because if you say no to a tour, the second you say no to a tour, you're done, you know? Because the agents see that, the agents talk, and they're gonna realize, oh no, well, he said no. So, you know, like, I don't know what you want, and this is the thing, right, is that, again, you have to have the schedule planned out a year in advance. You have to know what tours you're doing. Of course, new opportunities could come, and those are important, but you have to have time to record, but you have to know that you can write quickly and effectively, because if you're not writing quickly and effectively, so that you can't just take 2 weeks off, hop in the studio, grind it out, then you're gonna have a hard time, you know. And then there are some bands who are smart when they hop in the studio and they document everything. They create all this other content, and that's important, because if you're not creating a lot of like cool little visual content when you're in the studio, that adds to this impression that you've disappeared. And you never want people to think you've disappeared, because if they have 1 second to forget about you, it's all over, you know. Which again is why, if you want to be a successful band in the US, you need to play, or Europe, you need to play 100 shows a year, basically. And that's also the point where it actually starts to become financially interesting for a manager to come in, you know, because the manager doesn't want to work for free. They want like at least 5 or 10 grand, right? So again, you know, you're going to be grinding through this, and that's just a part of it, you know. And you have to, if you don't appreciate grinding and you don't appreciate booking your own tours and hooking up with other people on Facebook and shaking hands, and if you want to just hide in your van, you're not a rock star yet. You can't hide in the bus. You can't not network. You have to talk to everyone. If you talk to everyone, people are going to give a shit. It's, you know, as simple as that. And I wish that more bands realize that, you know, having that success, the success where you're getting on all the cool tours, where you're getting you know, accepted and you're getting scene points, and that comes with a lot of stress too. Like, it's not like, oh, we're getting on tours just because we're getting asked. People who are starting to break fucking hustle. Like, every minute of every day, they fucking work their asses off. You know what I mean? And that's sort of the problem, is if you don't work your ass off, and then if you screw up a couple times, again, same issue, and that's gonna set you back a couple years, and you're gonna have to grind it all out again. I've seen it happen to multiple bands where they fucked with an agent a little bit, and the agent might have been interested, but they fucked it up, and they got pulled back a couple years. This is just how it is, you know. You need to get your shit together, embrace the grind, and have a clear schedule with clear goals. And once you have that, success is going to follow.